10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In the mid-20th century, a new kind of race gripped the world, a race not on land, but in the vast expanse of space. This was a time when two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, locked horns in a battle for supremacy that extended beyond earthly borders. The 1960s were not just about rock and roll and cultural revolutions, they were also about technological advancements, scientific discoveries, and a fierce competition to conquer the final frontier: space. In the throes of the Cold War, both nations understood that the ability to navigate, explore, and ultimately control space would be a clear demonstration of technological prowess, a symbol of national strength and superiority. The space race was as much about politics and power as it was about science and exploration. It was a high-stakes game played out on a cosmic stage, watched by millions around the globe. The starting gun for this race was fired in 1957, not with a bang, but with a beep. A simple, rhythmic beep that marked a historic milestone. This was the signal transmitted by Sputnik, the first artificial satellite launched by the Soviet Union. This small, unassuming sphere, no larger than a beach ball, circled our planet, and in doing so, changed the world forever. The launch of Sputnik was a wake-up call for the United States. It was a clear indication that the Soviets had taken the lead in the space race, and the message was loud and clear. The sky was no longer the limit. The United States had to respond, and they did so with a determination and vigor that would soon see them make their own indelible mark in the annals of space history. And so the stage was set, the players were ready, and the race for the stars had begun. On a clear morning of May 5, 1961, history was about to be written. The air was electric with anticipation as the countdown began for the launch of the Mercury-Redstone 3 spacecraft. The culmination of countless hours of meticulous planning and painstaking work was about to be tested. This wasn't just any launch, it was a defining moment in the space race, a competition of technological prowess between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Mercury-Redstone 3, a spacecraft built with cutting-edge technology of the time, was designed with a single purpose: to carry a human into space. The man chosen for this daring mission was Alan Shepard, a naval aviator turned astronaut. Shepard was not just a passenger but an integral part of the spacecraft. Encased in a silver spacesuit, he sat in a tiny, cramped cabin surrounded by a maze of switches and dials. His role was critical. He was to manually control the spacecraft's attitude and retro-rocket firing if the automatic systems failed. As the countdown reached zero, the engines of the Redstone rocket roared to life. A plume of smoke and fire shot out from the base of the rocket, casting an orange glow against the early morning sky. The ground shook as the Mercury-Redstone 3, carrying its precious human cargo, began its ascent. The world watched, hearts pounding and breaths held, as the spacecraft climbed higher and higher. It was a sight to behold, a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of knowledge and exploration. The launch was a flawless demonstration of precision and engineering, a beacon of hope in the midst of the Cold War. Minutes seemed like hours, as millions waited for the confirmation that Shepard was safe and the mission was a success. And then, it came. Shepard had reached space, marking a new chapter in the annals of human history. His 15-minute suborbital flight was a short but significant stride in the marathon of space exploration. With a thunderous roar, the Mercury-Redstone 3, carrying Alan Shepard, shot into the sky. It was not just a triumph of technology but a symbol of human courage and determination. The space age had truly begun. As the spacecraft pierced the sky, Alan Shepard embarked on a journey that would change history. This was no ordinary journey, but a voyage into the unknown, a leap into the vast expanse of space. The Mercury-Redstone 3, a vessel of human ingenuity and determination, propelled Shepard towards the stars and into the annals of history. The spacecraft followed a trajectory that took it to an altitude of 116 miles, a journey that, while short in distance, was monumental in significance. Shepard, enclosed within the small capsule, experienced a series of sensations and sights no American had before. The pull of gravity receded, replaced by a feeling of weightlessness, a strange and exhilarating sensation that marked his entry into the realm of space. As Shepard gazed out of the spacecraft's window, he beheld a sight that was both humbling and awe-inspiring. For the first time, an American was seeing the curvature of the Earth, a blue and white sphere hanging in the endless black void. It was a sight that not only put into perspective our place in the universe but also highlighted the potential of human exploration. Yet, this historic journey was not without its challenges. Shepard had to contend with the physical demands of space travel, the pressure changes, and the disorienting effects of weightlessness. But with steely resolve and the support of ground control, he navigated these challenges, demonstrating the grit and determination that would become synonymous with the astronauts of the space age. The Mercury-Redstone 3's engines hummed and roared, and soon, the spacecraft began its descent. As it plummeted back towards Earth, a parachute deployed, slowing its descent and guiding it towards the Atlantic Ocean. The world held its breath as Shepard braced for the splashdown. After a flight that lasted just over 15 minutes, Shepard landed safely in the Atlantic Ocean. A journey that had begun on a launch pad in Florida had ended in the waters of the Atlantic, but its impact would ripple outwards, forever changing our perception of what is possible. Alan Shepard's journey may have been brief, but its impact was long-lasting. Just 15 minutes and 22 seconds, that's how long Shepard was up there. But those minutes were enough to change everything. The mission was a resounding success. Shepard returned to Earth safely, descending back through the atmosphere and splashing down in the Atlantic Ocean. The spacecraft, Mercury-Redstone 3, was also recovered successfully, marking a significant achievement in the history of manned spaceflight. But the implications of this mission went far beyond the successful recovery of Shepard and the spacecraft. This was a monumental victory for the United States in the space race, a Cold War competition with the Soviet Union for supremacy in space exploration. Shepard's spaceflight was a much-needed boost to American morale. It was a statement to the world that the United States was not backing down, that they too could conquer the vast, uncharted territories of space. Moreover, Shepard's journey paved the way for future space missions. It was a proof of concept that humans could not only survive but also perform tasks in space. This opened up a realm of possibilities for space exploration. It set the stage for the Gemini and Apollo programs, eventually leading to that one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind on the lunar surface. In the years that followed, Shepard continued to contribute to space exploration. He commanded Apollo 14 in 1971, becoming the 5th person to walk on the moon, and the only Mercury astronaut to do so. His legacy continues to inspire astronauts and space enthusiasts around the world. The Mercury-Redstone 3 mission, a pivotal moment in the space race, forever etched Alan Shepard's name in the annals of history.
Liftoff?
All right, liftoff and the clock is started. Yes, sir, reading you loud and clear.